But talking of Rabo and talking about Heineken, going back to what we saw there, big news from Munster, of course, is Rob Penney. Now, like, we all look for conspiracy theories. It looked like he was going to stay for a while, but he can be closer to home. 6-month season, twice the cash. Maybe it's as simple as that, Frankie, or are you hearing anything more sinister?
I don't think it's... I don't believe he's getting as much cash as people think. I think it's down to the longevity of the contract. I think there was a contract offered here and there was more security in going to Japan. So I think he's pretty disappointed himself, but, you know, he's just a really...
If Munster had offered 2 years, he'd have stayed.
He's actually quite like Joe Schmidt. He carries himself very similar, and I think he's been when he does leave, he's left Munster in a very good place. Well, touch wood.
Well, this is it. It's strange because the assessment will have to wait. Absolutely, it could be a glowing assessment, but we have to wait till the end of the season.
It is a difficult time because you will have. You see, the problem is you'll have an agent on the other side who will be on the phone to Gareth Fitz back in November saying what's happening here, and Gareth Fitz will be obviously having to hedge his bets to see how games go and so forth. And it is just a difficult balancing act, and it's unfortunate that it's worked out this way.
Yeah, he's made the decision a bit, as you say. It's like the players, they get options, they get offers.
You have to be a bit selfish, fair enough.
3 year. There's small questions and behind the scenes maybe that Mannix wasn't part of the package going forward that Munster were offering. That's not confirmed, but you know, it's a shame. It's a pity.
Will it have a negative impact, Alan?
Yeah, well, I'm not sure, to be honest. They're in a good place at the moment, and you wouldn't have thought so looking at the performance on Friday night or on Saturday night. It can have an effect. But the players got to be professional as well.
Yeah, but you hear that. But then, I mean, it's going to have some impact.
I don't think so. I mean, he's not that type of bitter guy. You've Anthony Foley there, who they've been working very close with each other for a while. He's too professional for that. He would love his motivation. Surely would love nothing more than to be there on the last day.
But players are human. If they know a guy is going,
it's not an ideal situation because he's brought through some players.
He has, to be fair, brought through some great talent in the pack in particular, reinvigorated
and replaced a lot of the older players that were there. So he's done a lot of good work for sure, and it's not ideal the way it's ended.
Well, Eddie, you're a candidate, but we won't talk about that. Who do you think will get the job?
I think it has to be Anthony Foley without a shadow of a doubt. You know, he's certainly done his apprenticeship at this stage. He's highly thought of. He's worked with Ireland last year even. He's worked with the A team. The players know him well. I can't see it going outside Anthony Foley. There has to be a really compelling reason to go outside Anthony Foley because he ticks all the boxes at this stage.
Backs coach then, if that's a shoe-in.
Yeah. I'm sure
Frankie can represent you as well. Frankie can represent you there as well.
Yeah, there is a nice red tinge to this panel now.
There is a good few guys, I mean, including this man. You've Ian Costello, who's there.
What about Dougie Howlett, Rog coming back?
Doug Howlett, if he's interested in that space, I'm sure they'd consider it. I think Rona might be tied up for 2 years. But it is great to have options, and it would be good, Mike Prendergast, of course, but it would be good to have an Indigenous coach as well back in the frame there as well.
OK, well, yeah, and I suppose keep the seat warm for Paul O'Connell anyway, but in his last couple of years as a player. More news just from the league. Johan Mueller announced his retirement. That's unfortunate from an Ulster point of view. And other news from a Munster perspective is that Ian Nagle is heading to Newcastle on a 3-month loan, and Billy Holland has got a 2-year contract extension. So congratulations to Billy Holland. Now,